We are going live. Oh, wait a minute. We're not going live. We are live. Hey guys, how you doing? Tank here for another night of RC Talk. And tonight we say thank you. Thank you, Fred. Thank you very much. And we're going to show you in a couple of minutes what I'm talking about. Let me cancel my spotlight real quick. There we go. We have RC84 film with us and John Martin, RC, JMRC.
Hello, I'm here.
Gallery view, and hopefully we're going to have a whole bunch of people that comes in. RC Propaganda, you're more than welcome to join in. Just gotta pause my other videos that are in the background on my other monitor.
Light.
The what? Where?
No, I'm talking, mumbling to myself.
Okay. RC Propaganda, how you doing? We have Eric's Hobby. How you doing? He's asking us, how are you guys doing? I'm doing fine. How are you, RC84 Films?
I'm good.
Good. Cool. And John, how are you? Eric is asking. Oh, John is not talking.
Doing good. I'm sorry.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I just bleeded myself out there for the beginning part.
That's okay. Oh, RC Propaganda made an offer on a house. I hope you made a good one and you're going to get it. So there's a room for crawler course. Really cool. So a room in the garage, I hope, and not a room in a bedroom. Well, 1/24th course would be cool in a bedroom because you can do like a train set and make a small little course and use the moss and all that. It looks pretty nice.
Yeah.
See that done. Hey, Swampers RC, how you doing? Arlen, Eileen, I see Duke, how you doing? JD Passo, how you doing? I did notice you sent me a link for video, JD Passo. I have not had time to look at it. So, but I will have a look at it later.
Hey, what's up, everyone?
What's up, man?
Good, good.
You doing?
And we do have F. Garrett that's in the house. Fred Garrett is the person that gave me some RCs for the people that come here to play with. And I'm going to share those RCs with my son, with some kids, school kids. There's a couple programs I want to start doing. I am going to do my personal touch on those RCs. And basically, that's what we're going to talk about tonight. So Fred Garrett, he's the one that's there. Thank you very much, Fred. I really appreciate it. When I got home, I looked more deeply into the trucks and realized you did a lot of work on those trucks. And everything seemed to be done very good also, except for the transmission in the twin hammer. There was one gear that was reversed, but I fixed it and it slides a little bit better now. So, but other than that, everything was fine. So, Mr. Permetta says he got the new Pro Line 1.6. Cool.
Nice.
So you see the new G-Made Komodo, the double cab actually came out in a ready-to-run version.
Oh, really? They came out with a ready to run?
Yeah, they just came out with a new ready-to-run version.
Yeah, I've been looking at the kit version here for last few days now.
I'm telling you, the kit is awesome, man. It's like that's one of them right there. Like that's
Yeah.
one right there.
Nice.
And that thing is a beast. Like, so it's way underestimated for what it is. Like, you know.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of mixed reviews on it. So
yeah, you get a lot of people that, because it's not a big name and they're not getting stuff from them, like, you know, give it a bad rep
Yeah.
because it's not
Yeah.
tractors or axial, you know.
I mean, I like G-made, vehicles. They seem pretty cool and everything.
Yeah.
It's just, partsability.
Yeah.
Where can I get parts for it at? So that's one of the issues I was looking at.
Yeah, parts availability, and a lot of people like doing custom work on the RCs, and
Yeah.
parts availability of custom parts. That's a big thing. So
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm lucky because Nitro Hobbies right beside me is a Gencat dealer as well, like, so, our G-made dealer.
Yeah.
So that's a good thing, like, you know.
Steve OD says Sean's RC Vincer would marry his Komodo if he
I'm
could.
telling you, I would. I actually just finished wiring this and the Vanquish VS10 together. I'm going to
Okay.
drive the two of them because I have a feeling straight out the box, this Komodo's going to kick the ass of the VS10.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just because of the tires.
Yeah, but I want to do an out of the box comparison for
Yeah.
what you get for $800 and what you get for $300.
True.
Yeah.
So,
True.
and I think the $300 one's going to kick its ass. Like, change the tires in the Vanquish, and the Komodo won't have a chance. But out of the box, it will.
So real quick background. A YouTube follower did contact me not the last weekend that just passed, the one before, and actually told me that he had some RCs that he'd like to donate to me, so that I could use on my trails, some other people can use it on the trails, and so on. So I didn't know too much about the story. He told me real quick that he's moving out of his house because of health issues, and he's moving into an old age home. So all his RC stuff had to go. So Saturday morning, I drove down to Montreal, which is about an hour and a half from me. So I drove there, and I met Fred, and he told me, here's my story, and if you want to share it, go right ahead. So the story for Fred is he was working, he was doing good, but then he fell sick. So he ended up going to the hospital, and then he ended up being at home for, I believe it was 6 months or 8 months or even a little bit longer. It was a lot of months that he ended up having to be at home and not being able to move too much. So what Fred decided to do, since he was in the hobby before with remote controls, he went out and got himself a SCX10 ready to run kit. So this is the one here on the ground. And then he started upgrading it, doing some stuff to it because he liked it. It was keeping him busy, which is fair. And then he got himself a Wraith kit, and then he started building that. And he enjoyed the Wraith, which is this kit right here.
Yeah.
And I'll show you more of it in a little bit. And then he liked the Wraith, and then the Twin Hammer kit came out. So he decided to get the Twin Hammer kit. So he was doing all those kits because he wasn't very mobile, and he's walking with a cane. His balance is not good. But now, and where he was in Montreal, there wasn't a lot of people to go play with near his area. He had to drive too far, and he can't really go in the woods or where it's rocky. As soon as the ground becomes uneven, he has no balance. So it's really sad. But he's doing the best he can. So he still have good hands. He still had good eyes. So he was building kits. So I picked up all the kits. I got the Twin Hammer running. I got the SCX10. It's supposed to be running. I haven't tested it, but I put it back together, put the body back on it. So I got to test this guy. Twin Hammer's running, and I put the battery on it. So when I went to see him, let me show you some pictures of what I actually came home with. Where is my folder? Okay, here's my folder. Share. How you doing, Jack?
Oh, you noticed me, did you? Oh, I just
Yeah,
waited for you to.
Jack
just
and Trail Critter RC came in.
Yeah, we
waited. Listen, mate, don't worry about the 3. Where's the launching thing here?
Not sure.
Oh, you're
Okay.
presenting.
Whose phone is going crazy? Yeah.
Not mine.
It was for a little bit, but it stopped.
Yeah.
I got mine.
Oh, there it goes again.
There goes again. Whoever's phone that is.
I'm on silent now. Anyway.
Okay. So he packed up all this stuff, and this is what I came back with. 2 big boxes. There's 3 cars in one, and then the bodies and a bunch of other parts. And here's all the plastic parts for the Wraith and the Twin Hammer. And there's something in the black box here, and there's another camera. It's a camera swivel. It's like a slider, camera slider.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I haven't tried that out yet, but I will. Who's banging?
What is going on?
Who's banging?
Oh, sorry, I'm just mixing my food.
If you guys are going to make noise, please mute yourself.
I can't. It's full screen. Can't get out of it. I'm watching.
There we go. Okay. So here's the box. So this is what's in the black box. He actually gave me this also, so I can do some of my videos and all that.
Oh, the DJI Osmo. That's the
DJI Osmo phone. That's for
that's the one. Yeah, I have the 2. It's actually good.
Okay. There's a small bracket on the side for a shoe adapter also, so that's pretty good. Haitian RC in there. General Hobby just dropped in also in the chat. Thanks, guys. These are all the electronic stuff that he had. So this all came with it. Here's a programmer for a servo. It actually programs this servo and also the servo on the Twin Hammer for shifting gears.
Cool.
So that, and there was a bunch of other parts, screws, magnets, holder. I was actually going to buy some more, but now I got more than enough. So, which is really cool. He also had this for the SCX10, but it's still new, still in the bag. So I'm not sure I'm going to install this. I'm going to look into it and see if I do put the this body on. So I'm debating. This is still new in the package. It probably would look nice, better than the Jeep, and I could put my personal touch on this guy, that's for sure. And he also had this that he painted in himself, and then there's the back for the honcho. So he did get this to put on the SCX10. So that's what he did. So here's under. Everything is still new, never ran, never touched the dirt. Here's the SCX.
And by the looks of where you go, mate, they won't be touching the dirt for a while.
Oh, don't worry, it will. It will. Well, not for at least 2 or 3 months. If closer to 3 months.
You got snow.
Way too much snow here. Way too much snow and dirt. So the SCX10, he did buy this as a kit, but he's upgraded not a kit, sorry, a ready to run. But he's upgraded everything else. The shocks are new. They're the newer shocks. All metal links now. All cross bracing is metal. Junfac hard drive. Links are new. Shock towers. He put this in the front for the battery tray and ESC. So battery sits in the middle now.
Very nice.
So he's got this, even the rock slider, the extension to actually hold the rock slider. He's got that in aluminum. Here's the front also, which he's changed and put it on aluminum. The only thing that was not done is the CVDs in the front, but that's okay. It runs fine. So here's in the rear, and here's a body that's on it.
Nice. I like that.
So I'll get out of there real quick, and I'll just show you guys real quick the truck since I showed the picture. And what's neat with it, it does have a cover, and I kind of like the skeleton.
Normally that cover has back off-road across it or something, no?
Yeah, they have different version.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. He does have a metal bumper for the front. I do have to back it up a bit because I find it's a little sticking out too much for this. But it's nice. I still have to change the connector. I got to put a Dean connector on this. Get rid of the Tamiya plug.
Yeah.
I did do it on the twin hammer. It's got a axial AE2 ESC, which is just 2S, but it's going to be fine. And my son really likes it, so he likes my red one. You see, and then he looks at me and goes, "Okay, now I have one too now because your truck is cool, so this one's going to be cool." So he was kind of happy, so he's going to be trying this one out. So this is the SEX10 full upgrade. It's pretty light. I would have thought it would have been heavier with all the aluminum upgrades on there, but aluminum is not that heavy.
No. It's not.
But compared to my truck, which is up there, that red one over my head, mine is heavy.
Yeah.
So that's that one.
You packing, Sean?
Yeah, I'm just getting stuff ready for. I'm heading off the US that thing tomorrow in Florida.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, UST.
yeah.
I'm
So
driving
that-
down
that-
tomorrow, so I'm just packing stuff up, making sure I have batteries, chargers. All
Well,
that
you're gonna have
stuff.
fun over there. That's for sure.
Yeah, should be.
Here's the second one, which is a Wraith. So the Wraith had a lot of upgrades on it also. So you guys can all see this?
Yeah. Dig the color of the links.
Yeah, orange. Everything is orange, which is cool. And I'll show you the finished. Yeah, it's on the ground. So I'll show you that in a little bit. So here's the front. He even has a carbon fiber servo mount. He's done a lot of upgrade on it. Like that's what he was done. He was at home, couldn't move, couldn't do anything. So the only thing he could do is just upgrade these things. So here's the hard drive, not hard drive, dry shaft, which is a metal dry shaft. I've never seen this type before, but it should be okay. It's metal, and plus it looks pretty strong. He upgraded the spur gear, which is very good. This is a not RJ Speed, but I can't remember the manufacturer of this guy. I saw that at the hobby store. So he got these wheels also, which are, I believe, China made. They look pretty good.
Yeah, they do.
Here's the servo mount. Here's the front bumper, all aluminum. Also, every, except for the front part here, but every other part, the shock mount, all the way up to where the inside is all aluminum. And he did put a battery tray in the center. So I think we'll see it more here. Here we go. Shock are the original kit version, which there's nothing wrong with those. Some people don't like them. Some people change them. Here's the battery tray in the top view. I did reattach the shock on everything because it came in two parts. So I was actually putting it together. So here's the body work that he's done and painted.
Nice. That looks sweet.
Yeah. And he's even took it all apart and actually paint the whole cage. So the whole cage is painted off-white gray kind of color. So I got to put magnets or something to keep the hood down so it doesn't flap up. Interior's nice and painted. The rear also has got the aluminum upgrade. I'm debating on flipping this because a lot of people, they flip this for the shock to be a little higher, so it sits a little lower. I'm still wondering if I will. Here's a front view of it with the bumper. I like that bumper. I still got to finish the light. The what?
So that bumper looks sweet there. I like that.
Yeah, it's a good choice. It's a good choice over the bumper. And there's a twin hammer. So before we get on the twin hammer, We'll show you Spotlight video. The Wraith. Now that we saw the pictures. So I did install the motor. I did install, and we'll see some other pictures of that, a dig on the transmission. So I have all the wires just hanging in there right now. ESC and receiver is going to be up front, and the battery is here for the battery tray. So all the wires are done. I just got to solder the ESC and get this thing going. I did install the servo in front, which is a high-tech servo. The one he had was the high-tech titanium gears, 7955 TG. So it's a pretty good servo. It's not waterproof, but it's pretty good. I'll waterproof the edges of them and things like that. So it should be a little bit waterproof at least. But I'll try not to put it in the water, Jack. I'll try. But underneath, it looks nice with all the orange there.
Yeah, I really like that orange.
Yeah. And the fact that he's gone and put some orange panel there that actually complements the orange in the
yeah.
So, and then you got the orange on the front hood also. So that looks pretty cool. That's that one. Let me try to find the other pictures working on the servo and the dig.
Well, guys, I'm gonna jump out and stay in the chat because I have a lot of stuff to try and pack and get ready, and I don't want to disturb you making noise constantly. You know.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
if you want to jump in, if you want to jump in after when we're finished showing the pictures, you're more than welcome to.
Yeah, I'll probably jump back in later on. Maybe if I don't jump back in, I might catch you in the after show, maybe or something. So
sounds good.
I'll stay in the chat. I'll chat this later, guys. All right, have a good one.
Thanks. So real quick, here's the servo. This is when I'm actually starting to put it together. Here's the motor that's going to go in it. It's a 20 turn motor, brushed. That's what he had ready for it. Here's a 27 tooth. It's going to go on an 80 pinion. So this is an 80 or 81, I can't remember. So here's the servo once I finished installing it. I only had the plastic one that came with it, but I'll probably put a aluminum upgrade on the servo. I just got to go pick one up. I didn't have one handy. Again, here's a servo. Oh, here's the mesh, just to show that the mesh was there. I got to do a video on how to put the mesh and not too tight so people know that not to put it too tight.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
And actually how to set it properly. Anyways, here's the dig. So the dig is pretty simple. You get a bunch of screws, which you don't use half of them because half of them are already on the transmission. But these are the part that actually does the dig. You remove this shaft, and actually install these instead. It's pretty simple to do. It took me, once I had the transmission out, took me not even 5 minutes and it was done. So here's where the other gear actually gets it. Once you remove the shaft, you put this one instead, and then you put this. This is actually where it actually catches on the other picture we showed a little bit.
Clean your nails, Tank.
Hey?
Clean your nails, mate.
And then when you push on it, it comes out. And when you push it in, it actually locks the rear by using this. So that's how a dig works. So I had these two servos available. So I decided to keep the 25 and put the 20 to actually do the shifting. You do not need 20 grams. This is the lowest servo I had here handy. So I'll leave that in here for now until I need it, maybe change it later. But for now, it's gonna stay in there. So there we go. Long wire to go all to the front. We'll cut it later. So these are all the wire ready to be put back on. So now I ran it all the way to the front, and this is how the truck is right now.
Yeah. What's the torque on the 20 grams? You know?
Oh, on the 20 gram I got? I'd
Yeah.
have to go look the specs on the internet.
I think it's just shy of 300.
Yeah, I think so. It's a pretty good little servo.
I think it's like 280 something or something like that.
Because when you buy those, they're like 25 bucks. They're not expensive, and they come in a bag like this. So there's no packaging, there's no instruction. So you don't pay for the packaging, in other words, from the big companies.
Yeah.
So, but they work fine. My wife for Christmas, I told her I wanted one of those. She went to the hobby store. Hobby store has the ones in the box, twice the price. So my wife goes, well, I can't buy this. My husband tells me it's this price on the internet and you're trying to sell me for twice the price. The guy looks at her and goes, well, yeah, that's true. So. Of course, you did not get that. Okay.
Sound decision.
Yeah.
You want to showcase me for 1 sec?
Oh, yeah, sure.
Now that he's finished all his freebies there.
Well, I got one more truck to do, but I'm taking a break.
Take a break. You've been doing it for the last half an hour.
That's okay. It's my show, Jack.
Relax, Tank. Just for you guys there, if you're having a peanut butter sandwich or anything, I'm just having some of those ravioli. So there you go. You'll want some of that. Beautiful.
Is that Chef Boyardee?
Hey?
That Chef Boyardee?
Is that
What?
Chef Boyardee?
I don't understand what you're saying.
I don't think he has that over where he is.
Oh yeah, sorry, I forgot about that.
It comes in a can and it looks just like that.
That's no canned food, mate. Trust me.
Okay.
All right.
That junk.
So this
So-
food break was brought
Oh,
to
that's
you by
it.
Jack.
That was kind of an intermission, mate, because
Yeah, I know.
how long
That's
we
what I
going
find
for?
cool.
26
That's what I
minutes.
find cool.
Yeah. Well, everyone's having peanut butter sandwiches, so I might as well say the ravioli, mate.
Good break.
Yeah.
So we'll start with this one, I guess. So the first thing I did on the twin hammer, and I think everybody should do this on their RC, is this.
Oh
Cut
yeah.
this guy off as soon as you can. So this connector is not a bad connector, but what happens is after 10 or 20 times you disconnect it, it does get loose here. And then you got a very bad voltage drop. And you run your RC for 5 minutes or not even, and all of a sudden, whoop, it's dead. And then you think it's your battery. You think it's your ESC. You think it's a whole bunch of stuff. But all the time it's the connector. Because I've seen so many people, they say, oh, it's my ESC that's bad now because it keeps shutting off. They change the ESC, but as soon as you change the ESC, you actually change this connector. And then everything runs good. And you say, oh, yeah, I was right. It's the ESC. No, it's 90% of the time it's a connector. So, and then I installed I finished the transmission, took it all apart, and I actually installed the proper arm that was actually to go on it. I did find it within the things. Installed it, centered it, and everything shifts now. So everything is hunky-dory. I did put a 20 kilogram into this RC also. It's a very small one. So this one should be nice and strong enough for this car. So here's the interior. I don't have the driver. I'm going to have to find a Wraith interior, either used or buy one off the internet, so I can have the guy here. And here's the twin hammer without the wheels. Let me get you a picture with it with the wheels. I believe I do have one. Yes, I do. And here it is with the wheels. So this one does have the shock hoop in the front. There was some upgrade done on it. The shock tower is aluminum. The links here at the back are aluminum. Dry shaft is now aluminum. All the front here is all changed to shock tower instead of a cantilever shocks. So it's a nice little car compared to a bunch of other ones, but this one is all running. This one I can put a battery in it, but this is the twin hammer. This is all small. It is. Now there is a little bit of an issue with the paint. I'm not sure if he was using the wrong paint or whatever. It is peeling off. It is peeling off pretty bad. As soon as you press on it, it peels off. So what I want to do is I'm going to be posting a link on my YouTube channel and probably do it on Facebook also. But I'm going to get a freaky skin vinyl wrap for this, just to wrap it. So it's going to be a vinyl wrap all the way around it. So this should look pretty good with a vinyl wrap. And I want you guys to help me pick the vinyl wrap. So it should be kind of cool. And we'll go through that in a minute. I don't know if you guys are aware of Freaky Skins. I think it's Freaky Skins.
Yeah, I think it is. I was looking at for the Traxxas M41 boat when I had it.
Yeah. Let me go get it real quick. Twin hammer. Yeah, Freaky Skins. So this is one of them. This is the 5150. There's 41, well, actually 40 different skins you can get for it.
Nice.
So even though the paint is peeling, I don't care too much because I'm going to be putting a vinyl wrap around it. And what I'm going to ask the question is, which one do you guys should I put on it? So there's a whole bunch of different ones. Like here's a desert camel. The one I like better are the one with the flames. This one's not bad. This one is the ED orange, which is not bad. The links are not aluminum, but they're kind of brownish. So here's another one with flames. Here's another one.
I like that one.
Generally, yeah, I like that one also. It was pretty good. This one, blah.
No.
No. This one, not bad. The grunge metal, they call it. It's kind of messy and rusty, but it's this one with the flame, not bad. The hot rod look.
I like that. Yep.
Here's another one. Here's another one. And another one. Camo, I'm not too fussy about it, about the military camo. Here's another military camo. This one is nice. The one that looks like a true flame. Yeah. Painted true flames. That one I like. This is one of my favorite one. This one, no thanks. Tribal blue. Nice for some. There's the rccrawler.com. This one also is not bad, but they got this logo at the back, which I'm not sure what it is. The Revelator. Come on. This one is fully orange. Blue flame. Silver flame or gray flame. Green flame. Another green flame. Red flame. This is another one I like.
Yeah.
It's like the one with the true flame or this one. Those are the ones I like. This blue one is not bad with the flame, but it's got this cross here. They call it blue flame plus cross. Gray flame, that's orange flame plus cross. Purple flame, red flames. But man, I'm almost at the end, so bear with me. This is the US flag. I like this one, but because I live in Canada, I won't put it.
What?
I am Canadian.
know.
Yellow bullseye, hazard, and this one, which is kind of weird. So I'll be posting a link, and it's not expensive. It's $35. You pay more than that just to buy a new body set and paint it yourself. And by the time you buy the paint, buy the body, and do all the work, you'll end up paying a heck of a lot more than $35. So that's going to be cool. So I'm very excited. I'm very happy, and I will make you proud, Fred. I will share the trucks when people come. They will be outside on the table when they come for event. If ever somebody breaks their truck or brings a family member over, I will lend them the trucks. I've done that in the past with mine also. Like I take my RC four-wheel drive out and then somebody came over the other day and didn't have a truck, so I lend them my SCX10. So I do that anyways. So, but it's going to be cool. Like I got Puppy over here. This is my twin hammer. I call him Puppy. So my son's going to play with the other one. When I play with this one, my son can play with the other one. So we'll have fun with it. We'll use him. And that's what he wants. He wants people to use it. So very much appreciated. And that's my 5 cents, guys. Now we can talk about pretty much anything you want, if you'd like. Man, that bumper looks like it's in too much. You don't even have place for a winch there, Trail Critter RC.
I didn't do it. It was Element. It's actually got a spot inside for a servo winch, so.
Okay.
Comes out the front. Right there.
Okay, out of the Faraday lead. Okay.
There's your 5 cents worth, was it, Tank?
Was that?
Pardon me?
Was that your 5 cents worth, was it?
Yes.
36 minutes worth.
Cool. Well, 36 minutes to say thanks is not a lot. And to actually tell the story of Fred.
I'm stirring you up, Tank. Relax, I'm stirring you up, mate. You know me. But the other question is, I've got another question for you, though.
Yeah.
We saw this on JP Slayer stream. How many other streams did you jump on and say about this? Any others?
Nope. No others.
JP, was it?
Yeah, just that one.
Okay.
Is that okay?
We'll look forward for a run of one of those RCs probably in a year's time.
No. You're going to see that more a heck of a lot sooner, Jack.
I'm still waiting for Herbie, mate.
I told you the other day, Herbie, there is a video on my YouTube channel of Herbie downtown having fun with it. Did you see it?
Downtown, was it?
Yes. Downtown Ottawa.
No, I must have missed it because apparently I didn't click the bell on your channel.
Oh, you got to click the bell, Jack. If you want to be notified, you got to click the bell.
Really?
Yes, that's if you want to be notified. If you don't want to be notified and don't want to miss anything.
It's there behind you.
Okay.
I'm not going to do, my friend's asking me, I'm not going to do a Tank and pick it up. It's too heavy.
It's too heavy.
It is. It's a heavy truck, mate. Yeah, it's a heavy truck.
Green Frog, where is Green Frog? There he is. Green Frog RC in the chat. Earl RC's in the chat. Barbecue's in the chat. Sorry, I did not read any of the chat while I was actually showing the pictures and explaining the thing with Fred. So I apologize. I hope you guys didn't say ask me questions. If you did, just ask them again.
They weren't asking questions, mate. They were just, some of them were napping.
Oh, they were napping. Okay.
Tony said
Tony cracked the shits and left.
Well, I saw Tony. He had some editing to do, some work to do, and he's going to jump in later.
No, he's got a podcast going.
The cop car?
No, podcast going at the moment.
Oh, podcast. Okay.
This is going to come back later.
Seen you guys put 6S on a TRX6 on
Wow.
Exo Cage RC SAM.
What did he change over to do that? What motor did he put in it?
On Exo Cage RC, I guess they did change the ESC and motor, that's for sure.
Yeah, they have to, wouldn't they? I think Tony is shopping for some more Kyosho's. Yeah, he's got the bug, hasn't he, Shen?
Mm-hmm.
We gave him the bug, mate.
Yeah, Shen's RC. I think Tony is shopping for
Yeah.
more Kyosho.
Me and
I
Shen
think Tony
spoke
got-
about it the other day. He got
Yeah,
the bug.
Tony got the Kyosho bug. He's been buying a lot of Kyoshos.
No, but he's got the Kyosho bug, you know, as in.
Started
Yeah.
with the Madman.
Yeah, started
Yeah.
all with the Mad Van, yeah. Mad Van starting it.
Well, Shen
but-
brought out a bashing snow basher there. What's for dessert? Mate, I've got a bit of chocolate, but I can't go overboard with it. Shen brought out a Mad Van snow bash. Pretty cool video, and he went to, I think he went to jump it, but he hit a rock, so he's broken the A-arm. But that's an
Yeah.
easy fix for him. Yeah, it's a cool video. Oh yeah, thanks Shen for including my thumbnail in your video too, brother.
I'm going to try to find that video for you, Jack, so I can show you Herbie running.
Don't worry about it. Relax. I didn't have the bell on. I told you.
I know,
Actually, the bell-
because you didn't have
the-
the bell running.
The bell's never on for your channel, man, because you never upload.
Of course I upload.
You only do lives. That's all you do. Where you upload? You what? Snow?
Oh my God, Jack, will you shut up?
Hey,
What do you mean I only
easy,
do lives? Wait a minute.
easy.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Easy.
minute. Wait a minute. So, yes, this is a live. Oh, wait a
relax,
minute.
mate.
This is an upload. Oh my God, an upload.
Yeah,
Wait a
it goes for
This is another
I watch
upload.
that, but it goes for an hour. I don't watch long videos.
Oh my God. Wait a minute. Wait. Oh, this is an upload. This is not live.
No worries,
This
Shen.
is an upload.
All good,
Here's
Shen.
another upload.
Yeah, read out when you uploaded them.
Here's another upload. Here's
Yeah,
another
read
upload.
Yeah, 5 months ago.
Yeah, but there's one here. Here's one that was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I watched that already.
So don't say I never upload. That is wrong.
You stream
That's
every
a
week.
wrong statement.
Well,
Jack.
count the streams every week. Have a look.
God.
All right, get to the Herbie. Where is it? There it is. There is it.
Here's Herbie.
Part 9. Yeah, you went through all the parts.
I'm looking. Oh yeah, no, it's part 9 to make it. I'm looking for my video when I went downtown. Where is my video when I went downtown?
No, I finished eating barbecue. I didn't even find it.
I can't find it, Jack.
Yeah, that's right.
Reverse challenge. Where the heck is it? That's why you probably never found it. I might have not uploaded. No, I did.
Man.
I think I remember seeing one with a
He did not
that on a
upload
back
a
of
Herbie.
a back
He
of a
did not upload a
but it did,
Herbie
but it
video.
wasn't driving.
He did not upload a Herbie video, running video, because we'd never hear the end of that as well.
John's
I
asking.
told you that. That's
It's
all the
not-
part builds you did. Building it.
Hey, John.
My God, where the heck is it?
You haven't got it, mate. Trust me. You did not upload a Herbie video. I was waiting for Tank's Herbie reboot movie to come out, but they say it's been cancelled.
Unless I put it on the final build.
Well, John just said, did you make it?
Yes.
Oh, well, maybe it's still in your camera.
No, it was on my final build video.
On your final build. Why didn't you do a separate video?
Because I haven't edited it yet.
Oh, well, there you go. You didn't make a video, so I was right.
So yeah, I did.
So
I do have a running video. So here's
yeah, but all that scrolling through your channel for that video doesn't even exist.
Yes, it does. It's right here. See, the Herbie's running.
But what do you mean it's running? It's on the back of a freaking 6x6.
Yeah, but hold on, it's taking a ride. Wouldn't you like to take a ride with 6x6?
So what video is this one then?
This one is the final part 9 final of Tamiya Beetle video build.
So it's number 9.
Yeah. So here it is. Oh, look at that. A burnout with the Herbie the Love Bug.
Was that all we're going to see?
Really? No. There's a bunch of other stuff also.
But you said long ago, once you finished this, that you were going to make a movie.
Yes, but I haven't made the movie yet.
Well, you can't make a movie now, but it's too snowy there. You can't make movies.
Right now, no. So now I'm doing donuts.
This is the there it is. This is the action he's put on his build.
My God, I got this at 380.
Yeah, because you're lagging. You're lagging. Your video is going to lag now.
Yeah, probably. Let's give it a try.
Herbie Beyond Thunderdome.
Herbie Beyond Thunderdome. Now he's going to jump over these things in slow motion.
Yeah, that's not sort of a car that you want to jump, I'll tell you.
No.
You don't want to ding that at all. More shelf queen, that thing.
So I'm driving it around. There's about 5 minutes at the end of this video of me driving it around and having fun with it. This is where, not this part, but this is where I broke the mirror. The the driver mirror, I actually broke it.
Oh.
It's okay there, but I do have a running video on YouTube. Not called Herbie, well, it's actually the build.
I don't drift too good, barbecue. I can't drift to save my life, mate. But looking at his video and how I film is two different things. At least my car's always in the camera. It's in the shot.
Net Cruiser RC, that was my plan, to actually make it its own video, because I got a lot of footage for that day. So I am planning on doing it. It's just I haven't had time to do the editing. So
people only watch first 4 minutes, it seems. Attention deficit population.
That's true.
Well, I get them. My videos average 2.5 minutes. Yeah, I don't like uploading. Well, my last one was a bit longer because it was action all the time, but mine are like 2.5 minutes, and I'm lucky if I get friggin' a minute watch time.
Yeah.
You know, it's only 2.5 minutes.
Yeah, tomorrow's supposed to be a quiet day at work, so I think that's what I'll do. I'll find some running footage of Herbie. I'll slap that together real quick, and I'll put it up. I'll upload it on YouTube, and this is going to be for you, Jack.
Well, finally.
Shen RC gave you an idea there, Tank.
What?
It said just cut the last 5 minutes off and make it its own video.
Yeah, that's a good idea, because it's actually I still have the original edited version. It's easy just to copy the whole all the slice I did and make it its own video.
Yeah, just do it like action. Just cut out the dead bits.
Yeah.
Instead of uploading another one or filming another one, which is going to be hard in the snow.
No, I don't think I'm gonna. Well, filming it in the snow would be kind of.
Nah, you can't film. How are you going to film that in the snow though?
It's just going to spin. It's just not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, it's going to just slide. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm supposed to get some snow tonight.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, a little.
Canada rips the snow, mate. They get, what do you get over there? Inches and inches of snow every day.
Too much.
Yeah. Yeah, you got a lot there, Jake.
Well, it's supposed to all melt. It's supposed to get really warm this weekend. So, at least for me, I can't speak for Tank.
So if somebody wants to see that video, I just posted a link of it, marked at the spot where basically it's going to start soon, the running video of it.
Arctic white. Yeah.
Arctic
It's
white.
Arctic white. His is an Arctic white, though. At least he's
Arctic
got some
white
stickers
Herbie
on.
in the snow. Tamaya, Tamaya, Tamaya.
John's taking the piss.
Oh, too much information.
It's a saying. He's taking the piss. In other words, he's stirring things up.
Oh,
Yeah, whatever. Actually, where is Brad?
so how are you doing, Jack?
I'm all right. Why?
So what's the latest RC that you've actually run? Was it the TRX4?
No, that cheapy rally car that I ran, the Ford Focus.
Okay.
I had my nephew help me with that. He ran with the gimbal. You haven't seen it because you didn't push the bell?
So you're driving and you're getting somebody else to run after the car?
Well, I can't run. Give
Why
me a
not?
spell. I can't even walk.
Drive slower.
No, I wanted to get some faster shots. So
Yeah.
this guy, he's fit as, mate. Trust me. He
Yeah,
runs like a
I
rabbit.
understand what you're trying to do.
You saw my Jeep one when he did it.
Yeah, I did.
So it wasn't the best video, it was pretty, but he did go, he just doesn't stop because we go up to the Kangaroo Trail up there,
Okay.
and he just doesn't stop. I'm gonna go run all the way up the hill. It's a long way up there, and he got the kangaroos with the sunset in the background.
Mm.
It was awesome.
Cool.
But
RC Mass Master has asked who's Fred and what donation Frank. So we're gonna have to start all over again.
Oh
So no.
no, wait a minute. Just tell him to go back and watch the start.
Yeah, just go back and watch the start.
Yeah.
There's a YouTuber follower that donated 3 RCs because he's getting out of it and going to an old age home, and he couldn't keep it with him, so he wanted me to finish them off and drive them and share them with other people. So that's what we're gonna do.
No, don't listen to John. Whatever you do, he's not going for 36 minutes again. The show will be over. Relax, John.
Well, 10:25. We usually end at 11:30, so we got another hour, Jack.
Oh God, don't worry. John goes back and watches it anyway. I know that for a fact. Finish them
Who
and
is
let
Fred?
the man drive them in the old age home.
I'll watch it tomorrow. Thank you, RC Mass Master. Appreciate it. And don't forget to give a thumbs up to Fred and to me too for this video.
Fred's a friend of Frank's. He's in an old age home.
Yeah. He's gonna
Well,
go there in a couple months.
It's funny you spoke about what happened last week in the live about people leaving and getting sick and stuff.
That's the reason. That's the reason, because I kind of was affected.
So that's the reason why you did it, is it?
So yes, last Thursday, because he actually contacted me last Wednesday. So Thursday, I was still kind of in my head of kind of sad that he has to do that. So that's why I started talking about that. And then Saturday, I went to pick up the RCs. And then this week, I was working down here weekend. And this week, I was down here working on the 3 RCs.
Well, funny you say that, because when Hans passed away, now he had planes, he had everything you can name, his summits, the whole lot. And when his brother contacted me, he goes, "Would you like all this stuff? Because there's no good to me." I said, "No." I said, "This is sentimental. You got to keep it. This was your brother's. You built all this stuff." Yeah. So I knocked back a Summit full FPV on it, the whole lot. And no way. Mm-hmm. I've got some sentimental things that he built for me. I've still got them. So yeah, no, he's got so much planes and quads, and plus would have cost too much to ship anyway.
Mm.
He showed them to us during JP Slayer chat. Yeah, that's right. He showed them to us when we're in JP Slayer's chat, live stream. He showed us the stuff.
Showed you guys the pictures, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, JP Slayer. If anyone wants to know, he started live streams. He did a test and then he did another one. He's calling them something like Circus or something at the moment. And he's numbering them. So if he's ever want to, I know he goes on at a funny time when people are asleep, which is all right for me because I'm awake, but he comes on at funny kind of hours. So, but his streams run for, I don't know, 4 to 6 hours. But he doesn't, when he does his streaming, he's not clashing with anyone else at that time, which is good. Master, you're up at that time anyway, I think. So yeah, check out JP Slayer's lives. There you go, JP. I gave you a plug, mate.
I'm trying to go to Gmade's website real quick to show the Komodo. Because it's such a nice car.
It is.
Random circus.
John's not here.
Yeah, he's got all the girls on their barbecue.
I'd go Gmade. I guess it should.
See you later, Island RC Duke. See you later, mate. I went out to look for a specific race drone, but I couldn't find it, and ended up coming home and buying another TRX4. So you've got 2 TRX4s now. Wow.
Who's got 2 of them?
Master.
Oh yeah. You liked the first one so much, you got a second one, or you got the second one for parts?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, the second one's probably for parts.
Brian, I'll see you later, mate.
So there's a Komodo. That's the Komodo kit.
That's the GS01. The new one is the 02.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
GS02 here.
Yeah.
There's a double cab ready to run.
Yeah, and then they have the kit version too, which is down below it.
Yeah. So this is the one he said that was just released, is the kit version.
Yeah, that looks pretty nice.
I like the color.
I think the RTR just released,
Okay.
but don't hold me to it.
The assemble kit. Now ready to run. How are those tires that come with it? Are they good, these tires?
Supposedly. They
That's a great shot, that.
Yeah.
Bit like my photography. I like the green.
Yeah.
That's the same one as, isn't it the same as Shorts? Dual cab?
Yeah. Yeah, he had the kit version, I believe.
Oh, this is ready to run. How much is it? Does it say a price?
It probably does. I haven't got that part yet.
We can forget about buying them here then.
Probably going to be like $2 million for you in
Yeah.
Australia.
Yeah. Yep. And you.
So the kit version is $279.
Oh.
That's not bad. 9 US.
Yeah, US.
So here's the ready to run. I guess it comes in different color.
Yeah.
Black's nice.
Double
Black's
cab.
not bad.
Too.
Performance. Need to finish. Battery goes up front, which is good. Motor goes there on the corner.
Yeah, it's very simple. It's like a very simple truck. There's really nothing to it.
Yeah.
Mm.
Steel channel, C channel, which is good. You can adjust a wheelbase at the rear, which is good.
Links sold separate.
The links what?
The links are sold separate.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh yeah, optional link kit sold separately.
yeah, I'll come.
Yeah, the first Komodo, my friend had one, and it was okay, but there was a lot of upgrades or things to be done to it. So this kit version 02 looks to be a little bit better.
Yeah. Like I know they fixed the transmission sound because I think the first one had a lot of noise coming from the transmission, so they updated the transmission on it, keep it from making so much sound.
Links are on plastic. The plastic slides good on rock, so which is good.
Yeah.
Drivetrain.
Yeah. Which is kind of funky because I think the back one turns different than the front one.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That's to eliminate torque twist.
Yeah.
Torque twist, reduce transmission. Isn't that what we just said?
Yep, that's what we just said.
All metal gears, internal gear, which is good. That's pretty good for ready to run.
Yeah.
Dual slipper clutch, which is good. Hardened carbon steel joints.
Yeah.
Yeah, the joints are carbon steel, but the rest is plastic, which is okay.
Yeah.
You get a lot of stress at the end. So one thing I don't like about theirs is the way they do the dry shaft. It's like a shaft here, and it's not like female at both ends, one size of metal.
Yeah. It kind of puts a damper on getting aftermarket drive shafts for it.
Yeah.
But they did their motor plate kind of, I think they said like a Traxxas, one of the Traxxas vehicles, they did something like that where it just slides into it.
Yeah, you select the hole, and by selecting the hole, that determines your pinion you're going to use.
Yeah.
TRX4 did that.
Yeah, that's all right. That's what I'm thinking.
Do it in the slashes too.
Yeah.
2 wheels.
Mm-hmm. And they got the kingpin angle, which is good. But darn, no portals.
No portals.
You don't need portals.
No, portals are cheating.
I think they do have portal kits though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
45 degree, which is good. 0 acronym.
Let's see. Wheelbase is 12.3 on it, I think.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So they're SD shock. So you got an O-ring in the front and 2 O-rings here, which is pretty much standard with a lot of people. Anybody know if the chamber here is aluminum? It should be. It looks aluminum.
This aluminum
Yeah.
body shock.
Yeah.
Yeah, aluminum shock, yeah. .9-inch tires. It actually looks good. The tire and body, the way they got the body and the tires, it actually fits. It looks good.
Yeah.
The scale of it. I don't know about these tires. I've never seen them running, so I don't know. They look okay. Man, they show their truck in the water a lot. Hope it's waterproof. So there you go. The wheelbase is 313 millimeter wheelbase.
Yeah, 12.3. Got a light bar.
Komodo smoke snorkel, optional part, not included in kit.
Yeah.
You got to put that if you're going to put your RC in the water. Come on,
Yeah.
it's got to breathe. Actually looks good with a snorkel.
That's just like with the Hummer body there. I had to put some kind of snorkeler on there.
Okay.
So I used a valve stem.
Ah, that works. .58° at the back and 62 in the front. There's a Komodo family. Nice. And the electrical equipment. What's the motor that comes with it? Transmitter receiver. Oh, there it is. Here's the ESC. It does have a drag brake setting, which is good. Up to 3S LiPo. And here's the motor, 27 turn. So I don't know how it's geared, but if it's got torque and it's got a 27, it must be geared pretty low. Or it's a fast truck, one or the other. And here's a servo, which is metal gear, which is good for crawling. What do they have? 60, weight 60 gram. And there you go, that's the Komodo. Yeah, the new kit looks pretty good.
Yeah, it does. I like it. And I've been touring with that one or the Element. But
Yeah.
I'm probably looking at doing a whole new chassis for the SCX10. So
Okay.
that's going to be probably my next thing.
Because of part availability and the market, I would rather go myself for the Element. If I had to pick between the two, it'd probably be the Element.
Yeah.
And after that, it might be the Komodo. What about you, Jack?
Well, sorry, I was away. I had to go at the back. Sorry.
Which one would you get, the Komodo or the Element first?
Oh, I like that. The one that Sean's got.
Okay, the Komodo.
That's Komodo, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's a beast.
Yeah, he really likes it. He's praising it a lot.
Which is dearer though, the Komodo or the Element? Element's dearer, isn't it?
The Element is what? I don't think he has the Element.
No. What are the price differences between the two? Which is more expensive?
The Element should be a little bit more expensive, but not much.
Oh, okay. G'day, Mets RC. I better look after the chat for you, thanks, since no one else is.
Yeah. I like the GMA one because it's different. It's, you see a lot of Elements all the time.
That's true.
Yeah.
It would be nice to have something different because everybody has a TRX4 or a SCX10.
Yeah.
So it'd be something different to have.
Barbecue, he's pretty cluey bloke. He says that the Element and the Komodo are equally as good as one another.
Well, all the crawlers, if you take them out of the box and you try them, they all do something good. Every single one of them. The SCX-10 II is a pretty good rig out of the box. The TRX4 is a good truck out of the box. TRX6 also is a good truck out of the box. They all have their plus and their minus. So it comes back to me. It's part availability for it. If it breaks down, how long is it going to be off working? And what are your friends running? Like if there's a lot of friends running SEX10, best thing to get is an SEX10 like that. You can actually share parts because when you're on the trail, it breaks. It's easy to fix.
Yeah.
Because on the Komodo, break a dry shaft on the trail, I can guarantee you nobody has a spare dry shaft in the bench.
No, you can only use their Pacific one.
Yeah.
Oh, so you're saying that you can't get compatible parts for it?
Not really. I don't think so. But G-May makes all their own parts.
Yeah. Especially for the dry shaft. And some wheels you can't interchange out of some, like you guys notice on the TRX4 or even on the Bomber. So you do have to be careful on the wheels. Sometimes they just don't interchange. Right, RC Trail Critter RC?
No comment. Actually, the axial rims on it, but yeah.
So why don't you tell us the story here? I'll spotlight you.
Excuse me.
And you can tell your story so other people's don't do it. So this is like a learning thing.
1 second, 1 second.
Okay.
Let me get the truck. Okay. So I took this truck out in the snow, and these tires literally just fill up with snow and become absolutely useless. Okay.
Mhm.
So my thought was to take tires off a TRX4, like so, and just be able to run the Element in the snow. Well, I didn't check the wheel spacing on the Element, and it ended up rubbing all in there, basically torque twisting the whole truck like this. And yeah, basically truck was undrivable. So I learned the hard way to check your wheel spacing before you go out.
So what you did is just put the tires on the truck and left. You didn't even roll it. You didn't put a battery in it and hit the trigger and to see if everything was fine. You just put the wheels and left.
Yep. Rookie move. So that's my my big boo-boo for the last weekend. So on the plus side, I got to play with the drone more. That's all that meant.
And so when we were seeing the drone and you guys walking, I was noticing one guy was carrying his car. So that must have been you.
No, that guy actually runs nickel metal hydride batteries, so he has very limited run times.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Old school.
Right. Yeah, he's the only person I know that still does that. But he carries his truck to where we actually crawl instead of driving it from the parking lot.
Okay.
So yeah, we're all trying to convince him to switch over, but he refuses. I guess everyone has their preference.
I guess saw too many videos of where the lipos are blowing up and stuff like that, catching fire. So I guess he's like, I'll just stick with nickel metal. You know?
Yeah. That's one thing he says. I don't have to worry about it catching on fire, but I'd rather take the longer run time.
Yeah.
Not to carry my truck.
Just put a bigger impact in it. You can get a lot of run times out of impacts.
Yeah, but the problem with nickel metal hydrate batteries is when you start running a battery, you get 100% of the charge of power and charge. But when you get to 50% of the charge, you only have 50% of the power. So it goes half as fast. So you notice that a lot in a crawler. And then when you get to 10%, or 20%, you're barely moving, but you still have power to have fun for another 15, 20 minutes, no problem. But your truck, because the power declines slowly. Compare on the LiPo, you get 100% of the power and then poof, it drops. So that's the biggest difference between LiPo and nickel mineral hydrate. So
The cold doesn't help.
oh, the cold does not help, that's for sure.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. The cold must kill them batteries.
Oh yes. Yeah, I usually get on the Element, I get about 3.5 hours on my batteries. I'm averaging about an hour and a half right now.
Hmm.
So
Yeah, you're better off keeping the battery in your backpack, keeping them warm, and then when you put them in your truck as you need them.
yeah. So
Definite in the pocket.
yeah, so that's why he was carrying his truck. He only gets maybe 25 minutes of fun
Yeah.
before he has to change his batteries.
Lipos can be dangerous, but if you're careful with them and you watch your batteries not as soon as they puffed up, you really got to puff up before they would explode. But if you're careful the way you charge them, you got to charge them balance. Some people say I balance them every 2 or 3 charge. Not me. I balance them all the time. Every charge I put on, I put it on the balance. What it does is if it's a 2S, that means it's got 2 cells in there. That means it's going to charge up one cell at the same speed as it does the other one, or it won't overcharge one cell. When one cell is full, it's going to use that small little wire to charge and trickle charge the other one until it gets equal to the other one. So you just got to be careful and just always balance them. And when you put them away, you put them in storage mode or run them like at 30%. Like when you come back from your ride, if you're at 30%, 40%, that's pretty much storage mode. You can just put them away and leave them there and charge them up next time you need them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I put all my batteries. I've got so many batteries in storage mode. Some people just charge them and leave them. They shouldn't do that because it'll kill the battery.
I should add for anyone that actually has got an Element, these are axial rims.
Okay.
So I don't think they're different from the TRX4 rims. So I think I should add that if anybody's gonna switch. Thinking of doing what I did. But always check your registration.
Irish Master says, I have an awesome tip. Keep them next to my body or put them next to a hand warmer in my bag.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would work, but you got to make sure the hand warmer is not too warm because you aren't going to heat up too much the cells in there. And a LiPo that's hot is not that good.
I use a hand warmer, but I put the hand warmer in a mitt.
Okay.
And I sandwich the batteries in between the mitts. And then
Okay.
doing this.
Oh, I've got no problem here. It's always hot. Well, it hasn't been the last couple of days.
I'd say, Jack, it must be cold down there. You got sleeves on tonight.
Yeah, the last couple of days it's like winter. This weather's just crazy here, mate.
Oh yeah.
Going from friggin' air conditioner to heaters, mate.
No, barbecue went through a LiPo fire. Ooh.
Oh really?
Yeah, but he said it's not. That's scary.
Yeah, I've seen some videos where they've left their batteries for like a couple of minutes and they've come back and their whole garage is gone. I remember Chris from Hemistorm, one of his mates did that, and he had a lot of expensive stuff. He left his battery charging and then came back and the whole garage and all his RCs were just, you know.
Yeah, and that's what you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to put the batteries on charge and leave and go away.
No.
You got to stick around.
Yeah. Just logic.
That is true. Smart
Like most
batteries
of the time.
will do a discharge for themselves. Yeah.
Well, and it's always safer to put them on storage as well.
Hmm.
That's what storage is for, and it keeps the battery alive. Okay.
Cool.
Smart batteries will do a discharge by themselves.
Yeah. Let me get a bottle of water and I'll be right back.
All right.
Jack, you can entertain people while I'm gone real quick.
Oh, there's not much I've already put my ravioli up.
Where's the tune, Jack?
Sorry?
Where's the tune?
Oh, no, I've been playing a couple. I can't, it just doesn't sound right because I'm playing. I did on JP Slayer's live and on Dre's live, and it just doesn't sound, because it's not plugged in. It's just
Yeah.
doesn't sound right, mate. To me anyway. If it was acoustic, it'd be different, but it's because it's electric. It's
Anybody got anything coming up this weekend? Any plans?
I'm just doing my editing for the last. I'm doing an animation video with a trail, and it's a long process, believe me, especially when you do animations. It's just I started it last week. Now I'm into my second week, and I've got a couple more to do for voiceovers and stuff to animate and blah blah blah, and
Yeah.
it's just a long and then I've got to go out and film. That's the other thing. So let's not get my animations out of the way. I've still got to do a couple of animations when I'm out in the trail, but the best I got, the first part of it's practically done. Just I've got a couple more, but yeah, it just does your head in, mate.
I've thought about trying my hand at it. I don't want to do all the editing work though.
Oh, it's just too much, mate. It's crazy,
Yeah.
especially if they're longer kind of videos that you got to chop down. You still got to edit like that. So, look, it's going to be a bit of fun when it's done. It's going to be a bit funny, like I usually do. I actually found Arnie. I thought I lost him. I actually found him, so which is good. Yeah, ended up finding him. It was in. I took my saw back out the other day to put Triple H in it because Triple H is a bit bigger and he fits really good in it. And Arnie was in there, so I thought I lost Arnie at the park.
Ah.
So now I don't have to buy another Arnie. Does anybody waterproof their batteries? Just stick them in a balloon.
Yeah.
That's the best way to do it. Or get some, I don't know. You can people put them in bags and stuff and tie the bags up.
I've seen people put them in sandwich bags like that.
Yeah, put them in bags. Yeah, put them in bags.
Does anyone waterproof their batteries?
Yeah,
I don't. There's no need to waterproof them. They're DC batteries. You can actually put DC into the water and nothing's going to happen.
Yep.
I'm saying
You
that.
get some people that do it that they put them in balloons or plastic bags.
With the new smart batteries, though, that's different. They do have a little computer chip on those, so those you got to keep them dry. But
if you got a computer chip, forget about it.
But if you have normal batteries like this Gen Ace, the round one Gen Ace, that's a LiPo battery from Gen Ace. It is round. This one, it could have a hole, it could be cracked, it could be whatever. You don't need to waterproof these. There's no electronics in this at all. So, or even like this Venom red battery, there's no need to waterproof this. They do have a big hole there in the top, but there's no need to waterproof these. But the smart batteries, you do.
I've got so many batteries. I don't even use them, mate.
I know.
That's the thing. You guys are all far away. You know, if I had some of you guys close, I'd just give them away. You know.
Is there
I don't
power
use
in
them.
that NIM battery?
Hey?
Do what?
Is there power in that NIM?
Nope, this is old nickel hydrate mel battery.
Hmm.
Yeah, I got one right here.
There you go.
One there, and I have one for my quad buster somewhere. I don't even know where.
These are actually the first batteries I bought when I got into RC. That was over 10 years ago.
And one thing that people have to realize is when you buy a LiPo battery, especially for the crawler, they have a discharge rate. And for a crawler, it doesn't really matter. You can put pretty much any one of them in there. But the biggest problem I found is that when people buy a basher after, and they go put in that battery and it's a 35 or 20 C discharge rate, and they put that in their basher, that's the worst thing they could do, because that's not good for the battery. You need a high discharge rate for a battery to draw more power. So just be
60
careful.
plus, mate.
Yeah.
And that's how batteries blow up, because you're taking too much power out of them, and then people charge them right away. No, you got to wait till your battery cools off. So. No, they don't have a chip in the batteries. I've taken lots of them apart and actually split them and things like that, and actually fix them, because that little balance plug does come off sometime. So I've cut the top of it and opened it up, solder it back on, closed it up, and then tape it back up, so no dust, or it would actually hold better. So, but no, they don't have a chip in it.
Anyone use a live battery? Live PO4?
I can't see.
No.
Life, I have one of them that I
Yeah,
bought.
they're great. They're great. They're not as dangerous as light bars, because you can actually discharge them all the way down. I've got a 3S that I use now and again.
Okay.
It goes all right. It's pretty bulky for a 3S though. That's the only thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's a hard case, but it's really bulky. They go all right. You can put them in a crawler, especially for weight. If you want weight.
Shen's RC says, I use some.
Yeah, they're not too bad. Yeah, they weigh more. Yeah, that's right. And not too many available as LiPo, a dime a dozen. I got mine. You can find them on the one I got was off Hobby King. Well, most of my batteries are out of Hobby King.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I don't mind the Hobby King stuff, like the Tanegi batteries. I've never really had much problem with them, and they're not like overly dear. The Zippy LiPos are pretty good.
Oh, I got a whole bunch of them.
Yeah, the Zippies are pretty good. I've never had a problem with the Zippies. Hard cases for them are pretty good.
Here's my little zippy.
Yeah, I've got a few of those. I use most of them for planes and stuff.
I use them for had like lights and winches and stuff.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and if you got like a 3-cell little pack like that, 500 milliamp hour or 800 milliamp hour, I plug them into the transmitters.
Yeah,
If
this
you've
is
got
a 2S.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you plug that if you've got a transmitter that takes 4 AA's, just plug that in.
Yeah.
And they last so long. But you've got to have the right connector. It's either a little Molex connector like the balance, or a JST connector, which most of them, the smaller ones, come with.
Mm-hmm. Originally
That just saves you.
the low C rally curves.
Oh yeah.
There it is. Little tiny guys.
Yeah, Jay's taking it for you.
Now I use them for headlights and my winch and
Yeah.
one truck. And
Let's go.
Yeah. This is,
and they're nice and light, so they don't weigh
Yeah.
anything.
Oh. Yeah, if you've got something that small, you can get away with it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I usually just Velcro it in right with the truck's battery itself. Just put it
Yeah.
right on. Velcro.
Yeah, I was debating on the Wraith. Fred does have a Beck from Castle Creation, so I was debating on putting that on the Wraith because it is using a strong servo, and it'd be better also. But got to run it on a high voltage, so I just got to check on the receiver from Spectrum how much voltage can I run through that because the Beck is going to supply voltage, so I just got to check the specs. Unless somebody here knows how much voltage you can run on a receiver, on a Spectrum receiver. Anybody knows that?
Where's Basher Boy?
Where's Basher Boy?
You mentioned Spectrum. You mentioned Spectrum.
I haven't seen it in a
I
while.
don't know. John's in the chat, isn't he? He'll know, wouldn't he?
John was in the chat. I don't know if he still is.
Let's see if I can find that. A Spectrum. Whoa, that's not the right Spectrum. What the kind of shop is that? So who else is going to Florida? Any of you guys going to Florida?
No, not this year.
I know.
oh,
What's happening in Florida?
There's
there an event?
a
Is there an event?
scale truck event.
Oh, is that where Sean's going, is he?
Yeah.
Geez, that's a bit of a distance. New York to Florida, how far is that?
It's well from where he is. When I was up in upstate New York, it was like 22 hours.
Okay.
Wow.
But he's
I
like
hope he's got-
he's
I hope he's
yeah,
catching the
but he's
plane.
like
He's catching a
But
plane,
he's-
I hope.
he's like 5 hours south from where I'm talking. So then it all
Yeah,
depends on how fast you go.
He's in New York City. Actual
Mhm.
New York City. There's
Yeah,
always
I
a
know.
hard-
I'm just saying it's 5 hours closer than where I
Oh,
would have been coming from.
22
Yeah.
hours, eh?
So you're talking about 16 hours probably from the city.
Wow.
Okay.
Is he meeting up with anyone? Does anyone know?
I think he's meeting up with Javier and
Oh,
Lulu and all.
oh, okay.
So the receivers, the Spectrum receivers, do take 3.5 volt all the way up to 9.6 volts.
Ultimate Scale Truck Expo. Thanks,
It's pretty
Bill.
good.
And the cordless digital servo from Hightech, voltage range from, yeah, if I run it at 4.7 or 6 volt. So this guy goes up to 6 volt. So if I use a BEC, I think the default on the BEC is 6 volt. So I'll be good. But normal without a BEC, you're running at 4 volts, so your servo is not as fast and not as strong.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say they're dropping power there.
Yeah. See this one on 4 volt, 4.8, it's 249, well, 250 ounce. But in 6 volt, you're looking at 330 ounce, 333 ounce for the servo that's on the Wraith. So it's going to be better if I run it at 6 volts. Now, where is the spec? I can check the spec. Best RX Power, CC Beck from Castle Creation. What's neat with this is that you can actually control it via your PC and up the voltage on it, which is a cool. Input voltage, you can run 5 volt all the way up to 25 volt into this BEC. So
Nice.
2S to 6S.
Yeah, the Hobby Wing ESC can do 6 and 7.4.
Okay. Okay, default setting is 5.1 volt. User selectable in 1/10 increment, volt increment, between 4.8 and 9 volts. So I guess I will have to use the Castle link onto the BEC to actually program it. So I've used a Castle link to program a ESC before, but I've never used it for the Beck. But it should be the same thing. As soon as you connect your Castle link onto it, it's going to recognize it as a Beck, and then you can just program it. So. Then once I install it on the Wraith, I can install the Castle Creation sticker. Who runs a BEC on their rig here in the panel right now?
I used to run them years ago with all the FPV stuff I used to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got built-in ones on my ESC,
Okay.
but not external.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah, same here.
Do you play with your voltage regulator via the software, or you just leave it at default?
Usually default,
Okay.
but on the cross strut on the Behemoth, I did 7.4.
Okay. Because of the servo and the stuff you're using?
Yeah, because that truck needs a lot of servo to turn that vehicle with being the weight of it is.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, there's a couple things on that was in these boxes, like this servo or the other servo, and it comes with a servo programmer card box. You can actually program the servos. That looks kind of cool. I think I'm going to plug it in just to look what it looks like. Swampers RC, separate Beck on 3 out of the 4 truck that he has. Cool. Mike says, I run an external Beck. I don't know. You could place with voltage. Yeah, some of them you can. Some of them you can't. They're fixed voltage. But the Castle Creation, you can actually bring the voltage up. And your receiver can actually, well, the Spectrum receiver can actually take up to 9 volts. So when your Beck supplies the voltage to your receiver supply voltage to your servos. So and then you don't have to worry about going to power through the ESC. Biggest problem with an ESC when the Beck or when you're supplying is that when you give it a lot of power and you release that power, sometime there's an overpower or there's a draw that goes back into your receiver. And that's the reason you get brownout sometime. When you're trying to turn your pull the trigger and turn at the same time, you get brownouts or the truck doesn't act properly. So that's when you need an external deck. Especially with the new servos, the stronger ones, you actually need it.
See you later, Shen. Good to see you, mate. Breaking silence. Have a good night, man.
See you later.
Bye.
So you have the castle creation. Cool. Yeah, as long as you have your castle link, if you plug it in, you'll have to disconnect it off the receiver, connect that into it, and you should read it with your PC. Just as if you're doing the when you do the ESC, you have to unplug it for the receiver. So same thing. RC Master is telling us to be silent. No, he's waiting by to silence. Breaking silence. What else is going on in the chat? Oh, Shen RC says bye a while ago. I missed that.
I already said bye just now. You said goodbye.
Shen RC? No,
Yeah,
I thought it was breaking
Shen
silence.
RC,
We're saying
both
bye.
of them. Yeah, Shen RC and breaking silence.
Okay.
Yeah, he goes a bit early.
Yeah.
He busted his A-arm on his mad van. Did you see that, Tank?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, well, he's in the snow, and obviously there was a rock under the snow, and he's hit it straight on, bang. But it's a great video. Though. I think he's using a GoPro with the stabilizer. Looks pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes you just got to put the DSLRs aside for a little bit, you know, and just film with your phone or an action camera or something.
Yeah, I got a couple of those.
Yeah, look, it just depends. Sometimes, you know, it's too much with the DSLR, especially when I'm out there filming. It's just too much work, you know. Just line things up and this and that. You know, it's just too much work.
It could be, but I do photography, so it's not a problem for me.
Yeah, and so have I. I've done it for years. But my point is when I'm out there filming, I don't look at the LCD screen. I look for the viewfinder, and I've got to lay down when I do it because I've got the camera so low on the tripod. I don't put the camera high. You know what I mean? So I can get the low shots more scale. Yeah, so I've got to look through the viewfinder to line everything up with the focus and the whole lot.
Yeah, but why don't you use the LCD screen? It's there.
Why? Because it's on all those sort of cameras that you're better off going through your viewfinder.
Yeah, but if the camera's all the way to the ground, you can't use a viewfinder. You're better
off
using the LCD.
But once I set everything up, when I look for the viewfinder, the focus and everything, then I tilt up my LCD screen anyway, so I can see where I'm going. But before I do the shots, I always go for the viewfinder to set everything up. You know, it's a better perspective for the viewfinder.
Yeah, so I always use the LCD screen and then flip it up.
Yeah, flip it up. Yeah, and that's when I start running. So when I flip the LCD screen up, then I can look at the LCD screen like a TV and start running the RCs. But when I set everything up, I've got to look through the viewfinder. Especially when it comes to focusing, you know.
Yeah, see, my DSLR camera has the digital tracking, so all I have to do is click on the screen where I want it to focus at, and it'll stay on the vehicle the whole time.
Okay.
Yeah, that's just tracking focus. What camera you got?
Canon Rebel T7i.
T7i, is it?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, I got to get myself a new DSLR. Mine does not do video. It's a Nikon DX80. It's an 80.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just picture.
Yeah, but look, I saw a guy. for my guitar channel, and he does mainly. He's from here, but he travels around the world and does vlogs. Mate, I saw one video he uploaded. He was in New Zealand, and where he was, I mean, New Zealand's a beautiful country, and where he was at the beach or wherever. There were the mountains in the background and an opening where the water is, and mate, the quality he had, and he was using an iPhone XS or something. He was just using his phone.
Oh yeah.
But the quality was unbelievable. Crystal clear, 60 frames a second.
Hmm.
Yeah, awesome. Look, let's be realistic now. Phones in the future, and it's not far away, it's happening practically, will be, DSLR cameras, point and shoot, where you can do all your stuff in there, That's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
Well,
Technology is
quality,
getting more and more. It's getting more and more, The zoom will become longer length zoom, the whole lot. They'll do the whole lot, mate.
yes and no. Optic is optic. Zooming in with a phone camera, you can't as much as a DSLR.
No, but you didn't understand what I just said. The way technology is going, they will bring all that in and they'll incorporate it in the phones. And at the moment now, the high-end phones, go and have a look at some of the footages with the high-end phones.
Mm-hmm.
They're just as good as a DSLR.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's true.
People that are making like film kind of movies and stuff with them, unbelievable.
Well, especially now because you can film in 4K or you can film in 8K in some of the phones, which means it's so big that if you edit it in 1080, you can actually zoom in to a portion of it, and the quality is still good. So,
well, that's where you've got to bump up your resolution, but that's a different story.
Yeah.
If you film in say 1020, and you go to blow it up, you're going to lose resolution no matter what, right? It's just like how I keep telling people, if you're going to upload slow motion, go and film it at a high frame rate, 120, 240, whatever, and then go render it in 30 frames a second. It's going to be a lot smoother, but a lot of people don't do that, and that's why they get the ghosting when they do it, Higher frame rate when you do slow motion, go to a lower frame rate when you render it out.
Yeah.
Digital zooms suck, but one day it will be awesome. Yeah, for sure. Of course it will.
So Mike has a question.
Yep.
Quick question. I just bought the builder's kit for the SCX-10 II, and I'm wondering ESC and motor is a great choice, or I guess he's asking what ESC motor. Yeah, I'll be doing crawling, not going to be a speed demon at all.
My personal opinion, I like the 1080 from Hobby Wing. That's a great ESC for a crawler.
If it's brushed.
Yeah, if it's brushed.
Yeah. I don't know, Hobby Wing makes, even brushless, they make good stuff.
Yeah, they make brushless one too.
Yeah,
the 1080 is very affordable and it's a very good. Put a 35 turn on there and you'll have a lot of torque.
Yeah, and it comes with a program card for it.
Yeah. No, I never had a problem with them. Even the easy run stuff, they're all Hobby King anyway, just different names. But
I'm running two of my trucks.
What is it?
Reedy motors.
Ah, Reedy, yeah.
Reedies are good.
Reedies, which is Leopard, and also Leopard. Reedy's Leopard, and the other one is what's its name from Hobby King? They got those red motors as well. What are they?
I know what you're talking about. I just can't think of it.
Yeah, those ones. They're all the same. All just rebranded.
Yeah, this one is 1850 kV.
Because I've got ESCs and motors from them, from Hobby King, and they work fine.
Yeah.
60 amp combos.
think I paid $40 for that motor. $30.
Yeah, yeah,
Huh. Yeah.
yeah. You can get them cheap.
One
Track
good,
star.
if
Track
you
star,
have
that's the
more,
one.
if you have more money, you can go with a brushless system.
Yeah.
This is one that you can get is a 10BL60 ESC. So this one is actually waterproof, and you can actually run a brushless motor. The one I got is the RC, the 10 shock motor. It's a rock crawler 906 10 shock, it's called. And
How do you
basically, sorry, go ahead.
How do you like those?
I didn't install it yet, but Chris from GCM installs a lot of these on his truck, and he swears by it. Like, they're very good. This is for my build for the that I'm going to do the military truck. So it's a 1750. The package has not even open. I opened up the motor just to have a quick look at it. You can get these in 1250, 1750, and 2400. So the higher the number, the faster it's going to go. So I took the middle one. What's nice with these is you get a lot of low torque and you get a lot of speed with them. So you get the best of both worlds with these. And this is a 6-pole, 9-slot motor. Nowadays with the brush motor, you get 6-pole and even up to 10-pole. When you get those 6-pole and 10-pole, you can get very low torque. It's not like a slash. A slash, you're trying to get low and you can't, and all of a sudden, poof, it just takes off. This, you can have a lot of low torque and you'll have constant power. It's really cool how these work. So there's a whole bunch of them. He's the one that told me to get this. So
Master's brought this up a couple of times, and I don't think anyone's answered him. He says that his motor and his TRX4 sparks up all the time. Well, if you hit the trigger, they all spark.
that's true.
Yeah.
It's a brush
I don't know
motor.
what it's a brush motor, mate.
It's a brush motor. You are going to get sparked.
Is it sparking without pulling the trigger? I don't know what he means.
Yeah.
But once you hit the trigger, it's going to spark up.
If he's doing like throttling real fast and stopping and then hitting again, yeah, it's going to spark up and stuff.
No, but they spark anyway, bro. Once
Yeah,
you hit
yeah.
that throttle, I never knew that. Oh, there you go. He doesn't know. Well, there you know.
Yeah.
There you go. Don't worry, mate. Don't panic. It's just the brush motors all do that.
That's normal.
Do a water breaking procedure to clean it out. Just relube the bushings afterwards. I use oil on mine. I just use a touch of oil on the bushings.
How many people actually do the break-in, or you just go?
I do. I break all mine in. I just let them sit for a little bit and just put the throttle trim up. Put the throttle trim up a bit and just let it run. Let it run for about 5 minutes. But I don't do the water thing, I don't see the point in it.
Yeah, I did the water thing once on one truck, and I didn't see much difference. On another one, I didn't.
No, just put the throttle trim up a little bit, sit it on something, and let the wheels roll.
Yeah.
That's it.
What we did for the Winnebago, me and Chris for the Winnebago, we took the motor. It's a brush motor. We put a 1S on it, and we just put the 1S. It's off the battery charger. Set the battery charger on 1S, turn it on, and then the motor was just running on 1S. And then we worked on the Winnebago for 30-40 minutes, and then we went to the motor, unplugged it, and put it in the truck. So that's how we did the burn-in for that one.
You don't have to put it in water like people do and all that sort of stuff. I mean, if you want to clean it out, you can clean it out without putting it in water. Just spray the shit out of it. Just turn
Hey,
it.
Fred, good night. You didn't comment much. I don't know if you watched the whole thing, but thanks, Fred, for dropping in and spending the night with us.
Oh, is that F. Garrett, is it?
Yeah, Fred Garrett, that's the guy that gave
Good
the
night.
truck.
Have it leave you now, team. Can't wait to see you. Good on you, mate. You're a generous fella. Well done. Hope you get well, mate.
Yeah, you'll see some running video once the temperature gets a little bit better.
I didn't even know he was in the chat.
Yeah, he was there at the beginning. In the middle, I didn't see any other chat, so I don't know. And now he's still there, so I don't know if he listened to us all night or not. I don't know.
Oh, maybe.
Probably been on the whole time.
Yeah, probably.
Just not saying, I'm just sitting back and watching.
Well, on
Yeah.
Instagram, he follows me on Instagram also, and on Instagram, I actually said publicly, I said, once I finished all 3 truck and the weather gets nice, I'm going to drive to his house.
Is he
It's only
close by?
It's only an hour and a half, and I'll drive to his house with the 3 RCs, and I'll let him drive it because I don't think he ever drove it outside. So,
Well, I hope you do. It's a
so
good idea.
they'll
You've
drive
never
to his
driven
house
before.
and have fun with him. So.
Is there any way you can get him to your house, Hank? Let him ride your trails, or is that?
The problem is he's walking with a cane, and like he mentioned, even in the winter, that's the hardest time he can walk, because as soon as the ground gets really uneven, he loses balance.
Okay.
So unless I can bring a wheelchair there, or I can bring him at the back and near a hill, and for him to have some fun.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sure with the amount of how much did you say that all that's worth? Over $3,500.
There's probably over $3,000 in there.
I'm sure you can hire the poor guy a wheelchair. Right, Tank? I'm sure that wouldn't be a problem if you want to get him on your trails. They'll have a bit of fun.
Mike, did I see you at Great Hobbies the other day? You probably did. I go there once in a while, so.
He must have walked straight past you.
Yeah.
Who's this bloke? I don't want to talk to him. He does those live streams.
Mike Philpott.
G'day, NorCal RC. Now that guy there, NorCal, I'm new to his channel. Mate, does he do some good stuff? I tell you. Yeah, he's the one with the wall.
Yeah, NorCal, he's the one with the wall.
Yes, yeah. I recently went onto his channel and
That's cool.
Hey, NorCal, if you want, do you have a camera? Do you want to get in here real quick? I can put the link and you can get in here and talk about your wall.
Yeah, mate. He done a he's got a boat video coming up. He did a little teaser where he actually does a backflip with his boat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And he did the video the other day. I told him that was I forget what he said in that, and I said, no, these are cruise missiles or something. The way he was jumping them, unbelievable. There was one jump where he did it like a tandem jump at both RCs, and they're both flipping at the same time. It was awesome. Mate, he's got some good bashing stuff. Got to hand it to him.
Yes,
Good on
Mike,
you,
I was talking. I was talking to Sean at the back. Yes. Every time I go there, I talk too much, and I just keep him busy.
G'day, AZ Froggies.
Buongiorno.
Buongiorno. Must be.
Buongiorno.
Must
Bonjour,
be
monsieur. Comment ça va?
No, isn't Buongiorno is Italy, isn't it? Italian.
Yeah, I think it's Italian. I'm not sure.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Yeah.
Peter Carve. What does that name ring a bell? Go to channel. No, not the Peter Carve I was thinking about. No uploaded videos.
Somebody was asking about Holmes Hobbies motors. I missed it. I know they make a whole slew of them. They're Trail Masters, I think, are the.
Yes, they're very good motors.
Yeah. Portable one.
Anything Home Hobby does, they're pretty good. They've been tested, and Holmes Hobby is pretty good.
Yeah, they're hard to find around me.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and my hobbies area.
Oh, same thing here. Yeah, in Canada they're harder to find, but you can order them.
Yeah. I've looked, and unfortunately, it cost more to ship the motor I was looking at than it did the actual motor.
Wonder if NorCal finished his logo. Maybe he's going to put Epic RC production on there.
Yeah, I think he did say something like that, but he's going to take up half a wall. That'd be cool. I've never seen anything like that. That's so out of the box, mate. That's what I said to him. You know, good thinking out of the box, doing something like that. And it's good because what he does is kind of, when he does his shout outs and stuff, he hits the, I mean, he probably has a few goes at it, but he hits the channel name with his RC when he jumps them.
Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. So kudos to you, mate. Thinking outside the box. Well done,
Yeah.
Norkel.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, he's got 3 videos he's uploaded lately, and I haven't watched them
Yeah,
yet.
yeah.
The
He does the
boat one I
back,
haven't watched.
the boat one there is, that's, I think, that's just a teaser, but he actually backflips it.
Oh,
on
there's
tape.
NorCal. He just joined us.
Is he in here? Is he?
Yeah,
Hey,
Hey.
oh, hey, brother. How you
he's
doing?
just finishing getting set up there.
What? Was he? Hey, where is he's going? Is he? You're presenting yourself, Tank. You have been for the last 30 minutes. Oh, wait, an hour.
I'm not.
Gone. Is he still here? Oh,
Showed-
he's
Flashed in and gone.
no, he's here.
He
but
wasn't
he's,
here, but then no, he's still there.
he's still there.
It's
Jesus,
just
John,
his
what are you drinking
camera.
now, mate? What's that, a 2-liter bottle, bro?
He's just finishing setting up his camera, or had a problem with it, one or the other.
Yeah, well, he did flash up a bit for a minute. His face come up, but it didn't disappear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen this channel until you put it up last week.
Okay.
And I've never come across his channel, but when I went on there and had a look what he was doing.
Anybody knows which area this, if it's in the States you live? I think it's in the States, but which area? I want to know what's on the other side of that wall. What the heck is that wall? What's it for?
Mexico.
It's Mexico.
Mexico. G'day, Sean. Sean's back in the chat.
Hey, Sean.
Where'd Steve go? Did he leave? Did he?
Oh, Mike, you do decals. Cool. And embroidery.
Pickles.
He does vinyl decals, and he's in Ottawa. Maybe I should talk to him about making.
There we go. Here we go. Yeah, here we go. Ask him
Channel
for free
stickers.
stuff. Go on. What sort of decals does he do?
I don't know. He says I do vinyl decals as
Oh.
well as custom.
Has he got a site? Has he got a Facebook page or something? He puts the stuff up.
I don't know. Hey, Mike, do you have a Facebook page or advertise somewhere?
Always looking for stickers.
Everybody's always looking for stickers.
Well, I haven't got any, so I don't know whether I'll make some up. I'm not sure. Everyone's doing them again like they used to do, but just too long of a name to put on the sticker.
No, all my stuff is word of mouth.
Oh, okay. But is there somewhere we could see his work?
Good question.
I mean, we've got to see your work before we can, think about making stuff up, getting stuff done. Is there a site we can go to or something? Or Mike Philpott's been in here before. I make a lot of custom military kit for the private contractors as well.
Cool.
Wow.
Well, send me info. Send me info at the tankrc@gmail, and I'll send the info to Jack if you have pictures or stuff or pricing.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to
Just
see
send it
what
to me
you
and I'll
make.
send it
Yeah.
off to Jack.
It'd be good to see what you do.
Yep.
He might be doing. You never know. He probably does well. If he does custom stuff for military, it must be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
I see Jake got his first sticker the other day.
Who, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I got Master Boys. There's a few more coming. They haven't got here yet.
Yeah.
Well, I saw you at the G6, but I had stickers, but I didn't give any to you. But
Oh, well,
hopefully
He
this
never gives out his stickers, mate. It's taken me 6 years to get his stickers, and I still haven't got them.
here
I
we go.
did send it to you. It wasn't.
I haven't. No,
lost
nothing
somewhere.
came. Nothing came. I hope you didn't send it to my old address. That's probably what you did.
They're in Australia somewhere.
We're on the way.
No, they're probably still in customs in Canada. Customs Canada's the worst customs in the world.
Oh, yes. I can vouch for that.
No, I used to see videos about it. Trust me.
Hmm.
My Element truck was played by the customer.
Will do. I'll come up with some pictures. I worked with special operations for 8 years. Oh, he was in special operations. Oh, okay. Does he know about the veterans thingo with 11 Charlie?
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
Because I'm sure I've seen Mike in here before.
Might have been. I don't know.
Has he
You
got
know-
Facebook? Have you got Facebook or any other social media?
Wonder if he knows Javier.
Well, yeah, that's what I thought.
Maybe not, because he is in Ottawa and he was in probably in special operation for Canadian military.
No, I'm
Oh, is
saying,
he Canadian? Is
does
he
he know?
Canadian? Is he?
Yeah, I don't know if he knows.
Yeah,
him.
I've seen him before. He says he's been here once or twice. I thought I recognised his name.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can send any information, if you do stickers as well, let us know.
Yeah, we'll do a special night talking about stickers.
Oh, we go back with those stickers. I mean, back in the days, everyone was making boards up and this and
Yeah.
that. It died off for a long time, and then all of a sudden it's back again.
Back there.
You know.
You're gonna fill that board pretty quick there.
That's what I'm hoping for.
Well, I've seen it. I've seen a couple of boards that are chock-a-block. You know, people are throwing them all over the joint.
Mm-hmm.
So Norcal, he left, did he?
Yeah. Hey, NorCal, you were in here, but then you left. Is it a problem with your camera, or you couldn't get audio to work?
No, his camera was all right because I saw him.
We saw him
Must be
quickly.
his audio. Could be his phone. He's on his phone, maybe.
Well, not everybody wants to show their face on YouTube anyways. So if you don't want your face, just shut off the camera and just talk to us with your voice. That's okay also.
Well, you saw on JP's live. Not many. I was the only one on cam.
Yeah.
Everyone else has thumbnails.
Hmm.
My old man was in the army. I wish I asked which tanks he drove before he passed. I want to get an RC tank, but I want the ones he drove.
Yeah, that'd be cool to find out. Good opportunity to learn from RC Master.
Huh?
I don't know, that's what Dario wrote. Hey, welcome, Dario.
He's from Mexico.
Hello from Mexico. Hello, Mexico. A lot better weather than we have here.
We're here on RC Talk. We let anybody in, even people from Australia,
I'll give it a spell, will ya?
and even Sean from RC Adventure. We let him in also. People
Sean from RC Adventure. Huh? There he is there.
Yeah, g'day.
Few trucks.
And he's gone. Good to see he's wearing the Liverpool shirt again, even though we lost the other night. Don't worry, Sean. We'll brain them when they come to Anfield, mate. Don't you worry about that. They're shit.
No, that's
They are shit. They're rubbish.
Yeah, they just parked the bus. That was all. Like, scored that goal
Hey,
in the fourth.
Yeah,
And then
but
they just
they
parked the bus.
mate, look, you got to give them a bit of leeway. I mean, the way they've been going this year, they
Yeah,
need a bit. I think they're just wearing out now. They're worn out, mate.
yeah, but they don't really have a good away record anyway in the Champions League. So
Yeah, don't worry. When they come 3 weeks time to Anfield,
Ready
Yeah,
to
that-
run, Sean. Ready to
they're
run.
ready
Sean.
to run. Yeah,
You getting that one, Sean?
No, I wish they had a Santa with a clear body instead of all black, because there's no sunroof even in that one. They have the, but it's cool that they give you even the ready to run. They give you all the like the sunroofs and the lights and everything for the top, like, or the roof rack, like. Everything you see in that picture comes with that truck, like, you know.
Do you have these tires? Do you have these tires?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, they're actually only 4.7s.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so they're smaller than your average 1.9. You know.
Yeah, we actually showed the whole thing. We scrolled all the way down earlier, so we showed it off.
Master, that's not what he's saying. He's not saying that, mate.
Who's not saying that?
Read it again, mate. Read it again, what he says. He's not saying that. Or you want me to read it out? You want me to read it out for you?
Why? What's going on?
No, he's trying to help him out. He wants to know what year his father passed away, but he drove tanks in the war.
Yeah.
And Master wants to know what kind of a tank he drove. And Mike's telling him to ring up a museum and tell him what years that was, and they'll give you the models. That's a great idea.
Yeah, because was it a British tank? Was it like so many different types of tanks? Like...
Yeah, that's right. And then Master says, what do you mean by that? Ask people questions before they die. I mean, give me a spell. No, he's saying, no, find out what his service years were, then go to a war museum, and they will be able to tell you which years specific tanks were. Yeah, spot on.
Yeah.
That's what you should be doing then.
You could probably just search that on Google.
Well, he needs to know what year it was. What years
which
was your
year
dad?
he was in
Well,
the
what
war?
years were your dad's was in the war? By what you know then you probably find out then.
Yeah, if you knew what infantry he was with, they'd know the exact tank that was with that infantry.
But Mike Philpott makes a good point. Ring up the museums or the war place or whatever they call them. They'll tell you.
Yeah. That's a Churchill had all sorts of tanks, you know.
Yeah.
Hey Keegan, welcome in, brother.
Hey Keegan, you're just in time for the after-hour show.
That's probably why he rocked up. G'day, Kagan. How you doing, brother?
Yeah, he's still getting in. Man, you got an earthquake where you are there?
Obviously, he's if his dad was in the war, we're probably talking World War II here, aren't we? I was wondering what he means. It was before 80.
Before 80?
1980.
1980, but then it wasn't the war. It wasn't the wars he was in.
Yeah, but he wasn't military, so I don't know.
Yeah, but he could have been driving anything at that stage. Britain had bought German tanks by that stage.
So most of them were out of Germany, weren't they?
Yeah, 1980. Yeah, so Brits were in Germany and all too. They have a big base there, so you could have been driving German tanks, American tanks, British tanks.
Ah, well, that's probably what he wants to know, maybe.
Yeah, 1980. Like that's a good bit on, like, you know.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no worries, Mike. Contact us for your info and your decals.
He could have been driving a British tank around the streets of Northern Ireland, even. In 1980.
Yeah, there wasn't much happening back in the 1980s.
Yeah. So.
Well, guys, we're gonna start saying good night to everybody, and thanks for dropping in, people in the chat. Appreciate it. Don't forget to leave a thumbs up. We're gonna start with GMRC, John Martin.
Just that was informative, and just enjoy listening, hanging out, and seeing what's going on. Hit the like button, and good show, Tank.
Cool, thank you very much. And thanks, Fred.
Yeah, good on you, Fred. You're a champion, bloke, mate.
Yeah. RC84 Films.
Thanks for having me, and appreciate showing me, you know, the collection there that you got. That was pretty sweet that he gave it that stuff to you, and I I'll see y'all guys next week or so.
Thank you very much. Trail Critter RC.
Thanks for having me, Tank, and don't forget to smash that like button on the way out, guys.
Thank you very much. Jack from Epic RC
Yeah.
Video Production.
Yeah, thanks very much, and good on you, Fred. Once again, you're obviously. I hope you get well. I know you're not well, but best wishes to you and everything like that. And no worries. Thanks very much for having me, and don't forget, Tank, to got about 5 videos to catch up, so go click that bell, mate.
Cool. Sean's RC Adventure.
Hey, good night, everybody. Thanks for taking the time. I know I just popped in and out tonight because I'm getting ready to go to Florida. So I'll chat to you all tomorrow night in Steve O'D's on my way to Florida from the car.
Cool.
So anybody on the
Are
road?
you driving? Are you driving there?
Yeah, I'm gonna be driving down. Yeah,
Wow,
it's only 15 hours.
15-hour drive. Yeah, really?
Yeah, yeah,
I've done
That's
that. That's
nothing.
easy.
Come
yeah.
on,
I'll probably
mate.
do it in 13. Like, you know.
No speeding now, mate. We want you there in one piece, brother.
Yeah, I will be. I will. But sure, you'll all be in the chat to see what happens live as I go over the ditch. You know.
Well, make sure you take
Oh, no way,
pictures.
mate. Don't say shit like that. Don't say shit like that, man.
Yes, if it's your day to die, it's your day to die. That's it.
No, don't say shit. I don't want to see no shit like that live, man.
Make
As
sure
soon
you
as,
take a
as
lot
soon
of.
as you're
Don't
born, you're
say
dying.
that stuff, mate.
Yeah.
No, I'm not gonna hear. I didn't hear that, Sean.
Make
All
sure you
right,
take
good
a lot
night,
of
everybody,
pictures.
and thanks very much for having me.
Not a problem. Take a lot of pictures this weekend and video.
Yeah, I will get as much as I can. You know.
Green Frog RC.
Hi and bye.
Yeah.
Hang on, wait, Kagan. Hi and bye. Just like on the video.
No, that was number 27 of the lake.
Thanks a
Hi and
lot.
bye.
And I'll be finishing off the Wraith this weekend and testing the SEX10. I'll probably test the SEX10 out in the snow. That one should be fun. The Wraith also could go in the snow. I'm going to waterproof the ESC and all that. It is going to be a Tekin FXR, which is not waterproof, but I will be waterproofing with Conformal. That one I might do a how-to video and upload that video. So, keep standing by, and thanks for dropping in tonight. Really appreciate it. Chat and the people in the panel, really appreciate it. Thumbs up, guys, and we'll talk to you next week. Thanks a lot.
Devil horns. See you guys.
As long as your FXR doesn't end up looking like that.
Can't sit there, yeah.